guys, and welcome to the second part of my insanely long Q&A session. I'm just gonna get right into it because this is gonna take forever anyway. But yeah, I really want to answer all your questions. So how this is from the Gentle Assassin, and how do you feel about Ghost Rider being in season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Okay, so I think my initial reaction was not a good one, but because the only Ghost Rider I know is the Nicolas Cage movie. By the way, I don't hate Nicolas Cage as much as everyone else does. I actually liked quite a few of his movies, but I did not like that movie. And so I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm sure it's going to be really good. The next question is from Ren Einsburn. And it is, what do you think of all the Comic-Con trailers? Again, okay, to explain myself when it comes to the whole superhero thing. I'm not the biggest fan of superheroes, which is why I'm always hesitant when you guys are like, watch Daredevil or whatever. I like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because of Whedon, not really because it's Marvel. However, I have gotten into Marvel because of the fact that Joss Whedon did both of the Avengers. There's a lot of Marvel movies that I really liked and a lot of Marvel movies that I didn't like. God damn it. And the thing is I really don't want to go and watch all of these, like, because I'm really not super, but like, I remember watching Civil War. I was like, I remember leaving the theater and going, damn it, I really like Black Panther, so I'm gonna watch that. And now Denai is in it, so, you know, I'm gonna go see that. I'm excited for Doctor Strange. I did see that trailer, but I've stayed away from DC, and it's not, you know, I feel like a lot of you might be like, oh, you're missing out, and, you know, I really like this, or I've never even been that appealed to watch DC stuff, so that's just my own preference. So I didn't really watch any of those trailers. I watched the like Luke Cage sneak peek thing, whatever they did. That was really cool. But most of the stuff, I mean, the Walking Dead trailer was all I cared about, really. Comic-Con weekend, I sit and I watch Nerd HQ panels all the time. You guys should watch Nerd HQ panels if that's your thing. But yeah. The next question is from Patrick Fisher, and it is, what are some things that you personally like in the shows that you watch? Oh god, there's probably quite a few things. I like good written shows. It can be almost any genre. I like a lot of comedies. I like, you know, in general, I like sci-fi. In general, I like it to be a little dark. I like character development, which is probably why I'm so obsessed with The Walking Dead. Yeah, you know, I just like good, really well written shows. Yeah, I wish I could say something more than that, but I do like the darker shows more than lighter shows in general, so maybe that. I think this was just a comment and not really a question, but it was from Havoc6280, and it said, are you making YouTube friends? I don't know if that's allowed to a comment that I made in the video asking for questions. I am. And guys, those of you who do message me off to the side or follow me on Twitter and talk to me there, or on Instagram and talk to me there, or Snapchat. Twitter and Instagram is Seska Says. Snapchat is Seska, in case you care. But yeah, I've talked to quite a few of you and had some really nice, meaningful conversations. If I don't get back to you right away, it's just because my internet sucks. This question is from the Carl O'Shaughnessy. I think I'm right in saying that. And it is, you mentioned there are shows that you don't like and ones you wouldn't want to do reactions to. What shows are they? Great, thanks for adding me. I mentioned this in a video before. I'm not a big fan of Once Upon a Time. I watched the first 3 seasons and just, I only liked one character, really. I mean, I guess there were a couple that I liked, but in the whole, it was kind of hard to get through. I don't think I would really like to watch Arrow or The Flash. I have seen Arrow, the first season, and it just didn't do it for me either. So stuff like that, I don't think I would really get into. The next question is from Sculper35, and it is, where do you watch TV shows from? Netflix, YouTube, whatever. Sometimes it's Netflix, sometimes it's the deep dark corners of the internet. I've only had a couple of issues of trying to find certain episodes. There was like that one the last Christmas special for Doctor Who was being a bitch. I mean, I found it, but then like the players wouldn't work with the shitty internet that I had, and it took a while to get that thing going. So yeah, but I have Netflix and I have Hulu. Yeah, stuff like that. Are you enjoying Doctor Who a little more now, or has it yet to win your affection? That is from Super Neon Man Guy. I kind of answered that in my last video. I definitely like it a lot more, but it's still, you know, it's not up to, you know, Walking Dead or Game of Thrones standards by any means, if that kind of makes sense. The next question is from Hey It's Vi, V-I-I, and that is, had you been involved in any sort of military background before meeting Kevin? Not really. Yeah, I'll say not really to that answer. Like, my dad wasn't in the military or anything like that. His dad was in the military, Kevin's. But yeah, it was kind of my first experience, and it's quite an experience to go through, I'll tell you that. The next question is from my good friend, George Alexander, and he said, if Negan told you to pick one of these 2 people to kill, which one would you pick, Glenn or Mickey? This is a really easy question. Bye, Mickey. Bye. I know, and all you Doctor Who fans that don't really watch my other reactions are probably like, what? Why would she do that to Mickey? She's obsessed. I am. Mickey is by far, in my opinion, the best character of Doctor Who. Glenn is bae. Glenn is everything. If you have no intention of watching The Walking Dead and you want to know how I feel about Glenn, just go watch my thank you reaction, and just, there's a lot of emotions there. Borderline psychotic. But yes, Glenn and Rick are my favorite on The Walking Dead. If you chose me to choose between those 2, I would probably cry. I'd just sit here and cry and not answer. But I love Mickey. I love Mickey a lot, but you can't dethrone Glenn in my eyes. I think he's perfection. The next question is from Thomas Evans, and it is, have you watched Firefly or Battlestar Galactica before? He means the newer version of Battlestar Galactica. Not only have I watched it, but they're probably 2 of my favorite shows of all time. And I've seen them, the amount of times I've gone through Firefly or Battlestar Galactica, specifically Battlestar Galactica, is a lot. Yeah, I fucking love them. I recommend them to anybody watching. MJDC Forever is, how did you meet your husband? That's his question. I said that in the past video, and in the previous Q&A, I really went into details. It was at a basketball game. He was there supporting one of his friends playing. I used to go to basketball games all the time with my dad, and we just met, and that's it. The next one is from my friend John Targaryen, and it is, if you were living in King's Landing, would you and Cersei be BFFs? I would hope so. I feel like I'm her #1 supporter. So, like, and she likes that. But, you know, like, she probably wouldn't like me, you know? Because she doesn't really like anybody. So maybe we wouldn't be BFFs. Maybe I would, like, it would be like a comical situation where I kept trying to be her BFF and she kept trying to kill me. I would, yeah. I think that that's more what would happen. But yeah, I would try. Yeah, it's my girl right there. The next question is from my beautiful friend Ayune, and that is, what TV show do you think is the most underrated right now? I've said this quite a few times. I think it's Bates Motel. I think more people should watch it. I think it's amazing. Another one is probably The Americans. I'm obsessed with that show, and more people should definitely watch it. But probably both of those shows would be the top of my list of the most underrated. The next question is from Drew Thrasher, and that is, do you have any siblings? And yes, I have one brother. He's older than me, not by a lot though. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. We are like best friends. We always were. We did not have a very sibling relationship. We have the same group of friends. The Danielle, who is my bestie, that you've seen in some reactions, like lived with him for, oh God, how long? For years, I'll say that. But for a while, they lived together. He's now married, but yeah, I mean, we kind of run in the same group of friends and have always been really close, and yeah, so his name is Brad. Shout out. Okay, so this next question I got a couple of times from Major Silva. I see a guitar. Do you play? And then Present MND. Do you play guitar or any other instrument? Were you in a band? I don't play. Kevin plays. We have more guitars than I would like. I would, you know, it would be great to do like a guitar haul of what I have, but I wouldn't be able to say anything about the guitars because I don't know anything about guitars. We have about, if I'm correct, we're at about 12 guitars, some electric, some acoustic. We have a mandolin. That's right. That's our mandolin. We have a ukulele. We have a banjo, which Kevin has not learned how to play, and I like refuse to have him practice the banjo. It's pretty bad. But yeah, we have all sorts of instruments, but it's not because of me, it's because of Kevin. He's like more artsy than I am. I think I'm a creative person. I like danced my whole life, and you know, but he is very musically inclined and he's very artistic. He draws and paints and all that. Yeah. So the next question is from Just B3NJI, and that is, who are your top 3 Friends characters? I guess you can tell that I have friends right here. I should have thought. Well, okay, number 1 is Phoebe. I'm obsessed with Phoebe. That's like the friend that I think gets forgotten about all the time. I think she's the funniest fucking person on that show. I'm obsessed with Phoebe. Second would be Chandler, probably. And third, I'll say Monica, because I think I'm a lot like Monica. I plan everything. I'm very obsessive compulsive about a lot of stuff. I think maybe Phoebe's my favorite because I want to be like Phoebe, but I'm actually like Monica. So I'll say number 3 is Monica. The next slew of questions is from my friend Dave Hampton, and it is, what do you enjoy other than TV? Do you sing or play music? Is there some TV you don't like, such as reality or sports? Do your friends watch your videos, or do any of Kevin's friends watch your videos? Okay, so let's get into this. Other than TV, I like to cook. I talked about that in my last video. What else do I do? Dancing has always been a passion of mine. What else do I like to do? I write a lot. I have so much written material, but I don't think anybody's ever gonna read it. And I'm kind of okay with that. It's kind of just my own thing. I think it's good, but I don't have the courage to like put it out there or anything like that, because I couldn't, I don't think I put a lot of personal stuff into my writing, and I don't think I could take anybody being like, this is the worst. Like, I can barely take mean comments on YouTube. I can't imagine if I put my writing out there and then like people tore it to shreds, and I'd probably cry and curl up into a ball. So I'm not going to do that. Sing or play music, I kind of just talked about that, and you don't want me to sing. It wouldn't be good. Is there some TV you don't like, such as reality or sports? I like both of those things. Let me tell you, now this is going to completely deteriorate any sort of credibility that I have gained in your eyes of the types of TV shows that I watch, but I watch a lot of Real Housewives. I like putting on Real Housewives because I don't have to pay attention to it. It's just stupid drama, a bunch of catty ass people, and it can be really hilarious sometimes. But yeah, I have no shame, I totally will admit, and I love sports too, for your other thing, football and basketball, number one. But yeah, there's something about watching reality TV that you really can just kind of like turn your brain off and just watch that. Yeah. Because almost all of the other shows that I like watching are so, you have to pay attention to every little detail. You have to have something that you're just going to throw on and while you clean the house and stuff. And that's it for me. Do your friends watch your videos? Do any of Kevin's friends watch? A few of my best friends know that I have a YouTube channel. I don't think they watch my videos. Danielle, every so often, will watch my videos. My brother watched like my Game of Thrones videos and stuff like that, because he really likes Game of Thrones. Yeah. Kevin's friend, it's a lovely story with this. It's not that lovely. A while ago, a week or so ago, I've talked a little bit in the past about the fact that I don't like, I don't promote my channel. I'm not like, watch my videos and blah, blah, blah. I feel like the people who like reactions and who get it will find my videos, and I don't need to hear the bullshit from other people. Like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, whatever. And I don't think I could take it from a lot of people just in my personal life. So I really just don't talk about that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, the other day, there were a few army wives that I went out to lunch with that found out about my videos. I don't know how. And they brought it up, and it was so awkward. I was just like, oh, I don't know if I want to talk about this, because I don't talk about like I don't even talk about TV with people like that. But I just don't even talk about what I like to watch, because a lot of them are so stereotypical, and they're like, The Walking Dead's too yucky. Like, they say it like that. And so they brought up about the videos, and it was an entire lunch, and I drove them, so I was kind of stuck with them, of them, I don't think intentionally, but making fun of my videos. It was brutal. I felt like I was in high school again. It was horrible. And that has completely deterred me from, I'm not going to go into it too much. It was not a good day. But it has completely deterred me from promoting my channel in any other ways. I'm pretty free and vocal about stuff with my channel on Twitter, because I literally just created a Twitter just for my channel. But I don't even share my videos on Twitter. Like, I don't want that. I don't know. That's probably just my own issues. So the next question, or two questions, I guess, are from Jack Wilson, and it is, what is your opinion about Rihanna playing Marion Crane? The same question came from Maria I'm really trying not to fuck up your name, but it happens sometimes. But she also asked, have you ever watched Penny Dreadful? I have not watched Penny Dreadful. I'm not opposed to it. I've gotten a few requests for that, so maybe I will soon. Okay, so the Marion Crane thing. I was not pleased. I guess maybe I just not a big fan of Rihanna. I don't know what it is, but I really just hope that she does it justice and cares about it, because the show means a lot to me, and I just feel like now there's just gonna be a bunch of people trying to watch the show because, like, oh well, Rihanna's on it. I don't know, and not because they love the show. I don't know. I'm skeptical. I'll leave it at that. The next question is from Richard, and it is, are you truly into Doctor Who? Is there something you're doing as a commitment? I've answered this question a lot. I like it. I don't love it. My answer just keeps getting shorter and shorter. The next question is from Dedong Ray, and that is, who is your favorite actor, actress, and director? And what is your favorite film and TV show? My favorite film is probably Serenity. Favorite TV show is The Walking Dead. Actor, actress, and director: Steven Spielberg or Joss Whedon. But I like Joss Whedon's writing. I think of him more as a writer than a director, so, but one of those. Actor and actress. I mean, I'm just gonna Vera Farmiga and Andrew Lincoln. Maybe. It's not really shocking. The next question is from the Star Forger, and it is, are you open to shows to react to? I'd like to suggest Primeval. Again, in the winter, I'll probably give me a couple shows to react to over the months, and you guys will be able to vote, and whatever wins that vote, I will watch, and hopefully it's good. Next question is from Wayne Espley. I hope I'm saying that right. And that is, out of all the Walking Dead locations, which one would you love to visit most? Like to live there or just to visit? Alexandria seems nice, given, you know, the apocalypse and all that. So maybe Alexandria would be nice. I have a fondness for the prison, just because I feel like we were there for a while and that was a good place. So maybe that. This next one is from Twitter, from Des Stewart. If you had to leave the States, what country would you like to live in? And how long has Kevin been in the forces, and what is his role? Kevin has, oh boy, he's been in for about 5 years, and he's a captain. He just got promoted to captain. That's why we are here, so he can do his course of training. And where would I want to live? I want to live in America. Maybe Canada, because I feel like it's close. Yeah, we had a possible chance to move overseas, and for our next post, and we didn't get that, and I was kind of relieved, because I like to go back home and visit friends and stuff like that, and it's just a lot more difficult for that, but I'm sure that there's plenty of places that I would love to live in Europe, or yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that there's a lot of places that I would like to live. Next question is from Alice Plays Reactions, and her question is, I'm assuming her, because it says Alice. Almost all female Doctor Who fans have the hots for David Tennant's 10th Doctor. You don't seem to. Why is that? David Tennant? Okay, listen. Different strokes for different folks. I don't know. People like different people. I really don't, though. If you're curious. No. Yeah, I don't know. I think people like different people and are attracted to different TV characters. I've been told some of the TV characters that I think are very attractive is a little weird, but so maybe I'm the obscure one, but no, I've never even really thought of him in that way or would want to. No, he's a great character. That's about it. My next question is from Adam Lowther. What is your favorite Doctor Who episode so far, and what do you think of David Tennant in Jessica Jones? I think David Tennant is brilliant in Jessica Jones. Laughed hysterically when I found out his name was Kevin, and the physical representation of the couple, Kevin and Jess, is that one. It's kind of funny. My favorite Doctor Who episode so far, I believe it is still School Reunion. Because there was Mickey, and Sarah Jane was great, and the dog really, and fucking Giles was in it. You fucking can't beat that shit. It was amazing. The next question is from Craig Owens, and it is thoughts on Harry Potter. Oh, look at the time. I don't like Harry Potter. I don't. But to be fair, I've been very open on this channel that I'm not a very big fan of fantasy. I think Game of Thrones is about as far as I go when it comes to fantasy. So you shouldn't be surprised about that, but no, I don't. Oh, I don't like Harry Potter. I've seen 4 of the movies, and I'm not a fan. I'm just not. And, you know, not everything needs to be everybody's cup of tea. I'm not a fan of Harry Potter. Yeah, so I don't have a ton of thoughts on that at all. But, yeah, I know everybody's going crazy about that new book coming out. Book? Right? I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. So I'm the worst person to ask about Harry Potter things. I'm just not aware. So I don't know. The next question is also from Craig Owens, and it is, any hopes or things you'd like to see in future Doctor Who seasons? I like bigger casts, so if that ever happens, I know that it really doesn't too much. I like more emotional episodes. I like darker episodes, so probably stuff along those lines. We got a little bit of that in season 3. And hopefully we get that in season. The next question is from Jack Leo, and it is, will you do reactions to the Doctor Who spin-off Torchwood? If I do, it'll be after I finish Doctor Who. I will not be doing it before that, and I don't know if I will, because I get half of you guys say absolutely do reactions to Torchwood, and then half of you guys say it's not worth it. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I will make a video and ask what you guys think. But I don't really want to get into a show that I'm not really going to be super excited about. Though I do like Jack, so maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it. Brighter asks, what is your favorite Doctor Who episode so far? School Reunion, like I just said. I really liked Family of Blood as well. So, and Blank was really good. So those 3 are probably my favorites. The next question is from Papa Ken Media, and it is, what is your favorite pun told by your Mr. Husband Man? I will get to that in a second. Do you have a favorite video game from back in the day, and what is the best flavor of Doritos? God, I don't snack that much. Like, literally, I cook. Like, I make my own snacks, and, like, so I don't. So, Cool Ranch? I don't know many other flavors of Doritos. And okay, so my Papa Ken Media, if you haven't checked out his channel, go check out his channel. Will our group of, you know, reactor friends think that if Will and Kevin ever got together, like, the world would implode with the amount of puns that they would be saying to each other, because they both really fucking like puns. And I'm not going to answer that question, Will, because you just want me to tell a pun in this video. I see what you're doing. No. With your puns. So many. Oh, from both of them. Daily. Like, literally. And do you have a favorite video game back in the day? My good friend Liam, I talked to him about this. I really like Crash Bandicoot. That was my favorite game. It's the best one, and I played it a lot, and I'm really good at it. Like, all of them. I was like obsessed with Crash Bandicoot, so that's my answer. The next question is from Trenzalore, and it is, do you collect merchandise or buy anything like figures from shows you like? Would you do a video showing DVD box sets that you have? If you guys wanted to see that type of video, sure. There's some DVDs over here and some DVDs over there, although not all of them are out right now because this is, you know, we're only staying here for 6 months, so we really didn't unpack a bunch of stuff. So I, you know, those would be the only ones that I have out at the moment, but if you really wanted to see that, sure. I have quite a few merchandise stuff from shows. A lot of them are board games. I have some Walking Dead figurines. I have, oh my god, I do have a bunch of stuff. A lot of times Kevin makes me things. His like first Christmas gift that he got for me, he made this like really beautiful poster of my favorite characters of the first 5 shows that we watched together, because he can draw and do stuff like that. One of the first gifts he ever gave me was one day when he was just like doing woodworking for some reason, but he made me steaks, like from Buffy, like steaks. So I have that. I have a lot of just kind of stuff like that he's made or that I've collected. I have a lot of jewelry that's very nerdy. If you guys have paid attention in some of my videos, I have a lot of Star Wars jewelry. A lot. Yeah, so I have stuff like that. The next question is from my good friend Liam Catterson, and it is, do you feel reactions despite cons cropping up has made a great contribution in your life, such as making friends and creating fans of your content? You guys are not my fans, you guys are my friends. I absolutely, it makes me feel weird to say fans. I don't do anything that amazing for you guys to be fans of me. Yeah, I mean, I said this in the other video that YouTube videos have given me a sense of purpose, which has been really cool and really nice. It's also, I felt like I've made some really good friendships that have been there for me, that were there for me more than the friends that I had before going into my YouTube channel. When Kevin was deployed last year, I had a lot of people help me out through some hard times, and there's some hard times going on right now, and some of you have been very sweet about it. I'm gonna get emotional, but yeah, it's been great. I mean, yeah, I hate dealing with the comments sometimes and dealing with all that bullshit, just because you get in your own head about stuff and you just can't get out of it sometimes, and it really sucks. However, you people, I just think there are 4,000 people that give a fuck about what I have to say, or like my videos, or whatever it is. 4,000. I know to some people that's not a lot. To some people it's insane to me. Think about 4,000 people standing in front of you. That's a lot of fucking people. And it just, it means a lot. So yeah, it's definitely, and like I said, it's given me a sense of identity and a sense of my own self. And I think that's why, you know, I mean, Kevin is super busy, but he lets me do my thing. He's not trying to be like, this is our channel. Like, it's definitely my thing. I do all of the work for it. He just, sometimes when he watches stuff with me, there's a camera in his face. That's like the amount that and he doesn't even watch the videos at all or read the comments. You know, he kind of just out of mind, out of sight kind of thing. And yeah. So yeah, I don't know if that's what you really wanted me to talk about, but yeah. Next question is from my good friend Steven Simpson, and it is, what is the most epic real life situation that you have been in? And I read this question and I was like, I don't know, nothing epic has ever happened to me. My entire life is probably me sitting on a couch watching TV, which to some people can be sad, but I love it. And I was like, what have I, and what's funny is I like think about that about myself, and then I'm like, I've done some stuff and have accomplished a lot of things, and in a later video I will maybe get into that, but I want to tell you guys a story because this is probably one of the craziest things that's ever fucking happened to me in my life. Okay, so when I was making my way up the wedding planning chain, I worked for a catering company, and I did event planning for them. Some was weddings, which is what I was kind of like trying to get into, and then some were just like regular events or whatever. And so there was a local college like right by, you know, where I worked, and they do these like alumni big dinners every so often. And so we had to do that dinner, and I was like, okay, well, I was working that night and kind of just organizing everything and just making sure everything was running smoothly for that dinner. And there are a select few people of the alumni that get that have like a kind of little separate cocktail hour. Just, you know, it's like 10 people. It's really, really small. And the rest of them, you know, just come in later for the big dinner reception event thing. And so I'm setting up or whatever, and they said, well, one of the alumni got here a little earlier, and you know, we didn't have like everything set up in the cocktail hour. Some things were set up, but not, we didn't have like the drinks out, and the bartender was still getting ready and stuff. And so they said, can you just go in there and ask her if she wants wine or like a cocktail or something like that? I was like, cool, all right, I'll do that. What the fuck? First of all, this guy that was like my boss at the time, you need to let a girl know when she is going to walk into a room and see a fucking icon, someone that I deeply love more. I mean, yeah, I love her work. I'm obsessed with her. And I know like people say that like, oh, if you meet somebody, but like I watch all of her movies because I'm obsessed with her, as are probably most of you. Let's be real. And they're like gonna freak out when I tell you who it was. Okay, so I'm like walking in, and I just have like this moment of like, why didn't anybody tell me who this was? What the fuck? Oh my God. Okay. And I had to like take a breath and be like, okay, be professional, ask her if she wants anything to drink, and then like leave. When I tell you guys that this fucking person was Meryl fucking Streep. Meryl Streep. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? I was having anxiety. Kramer versus Kramer is one of my favorite movies of all time, and just so many others. Bridges of Madison County, Sophie's Choice. I only watched that once though, because you can only get through that shit once, you know what I'm saying? And just like, I mean, I was dying. I was literally just like dying, and it was literally Meryl and then me. and then it was the situation that was at hand. And I asked her if she wanted anything to drink. She had some wine. And it was a while, but it was like, not a while, but it was like 15 or 20 minutes before, you know, other people got there. So laid back, so chill. So that was probably the most epic thing that's ever happened in my life. And we just talked for like 10 minutes, and right? I hope you're freaking out on the other side of this camera, because I was freaking out when it happened to me. The last comment is kind of a general comment, so I wanted to save it for last. It's from Dave F. And it is whatever you feel comfortable sharing about yourself and Kevin, rather than just TV aspects of your interests. The guitars, which I talked about, what you like doing outside of TV, food, music, movies, basically your character arc and backstory. Put a little smiley face after that. Also, if you've seen the trailers that came out this weekend, and what are your thoughts on it? Also Sherlock, not to come across you strong or anything, but you should be watching Sherlock. I have seen a little bit of Sherlock. I like it. I don't know if you're asking for reactions or whatnot, but yeah. I feel like I covered a lot of stuff. I don't even know what to even talk about with myself. But I guess things about me: I really like to cook. I'm a perfectionist. Which is a downfall, as well as I'm very careful about everything that I do. But it can be, you know, I can get down on myself for not being insanely perfect all the time. I have to make the best food. I have to put on a ton of makeup every morning to make myself look decent. I worry about a lot of things. I'm just talking about my flaws now. It's great. Yeah, I really like planning stuff. Kind of neurotic when it comes to a lot of things. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I love good storytelling. I don't read books though, because I like the visual storytelling better, and I like it in TV better, because you can really get into it a little bit more, because there's more time to really get into it. And I think that's about it. I don't know. I feel like I'm a New Yorker through and through. I want to end up there again someday. But we're going to be moving around for a little while. Yeah. So I think that's about it. But yeah, and this video is super long anyway. So I'm going to say thank you guys so much for watching. I know that these videos are really long, and probably not a ton of you have made it all the way through. But I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.